What's up, you guys? Back with another video. So this video is we gonna talk about having hopes of getting married. Now, having hopes of getting married, of course, you got to find somebody that have the same, qualities that you want. They have to be on the same page as you. You might be with somebody like, yeah, look, I'm trying to get married in a year. Or less than a year. They have to be on the same page. You have to understand people, if they lying through their words. Because they can say, yeah, just to sleep with you. And then with some people, when they get tired of you and they don't want you no more than you, and then they leave you, now you stuck with a lie that somebody told you. Now you hurt. And now it's going to be harder the next situation. And some of you get to a point where I'm gonna just start sleeping around. You don't want to go that route. You don't want to defile your body. And marriage is a great thing because God wants you to be married. A lot of people don't believe in marriages or don't want to get married. I could better yet say, because of their experience, or they might feel like they never going to find somebody to marry them. Because I remember when I used to look at married couples like, man, I wish I was married. I wish I had a wife like that. And I know a lot of people do, look at people and wish they had things as well. And the only thing I can say is just keep praying and believing, and it will come true. You have to have you have to have faith in yourself, that you will have something that other people have. It could be a nice car, money in your pocket, taking vacation trips. But marriage, you have to be on the same page. And it's nothing wrong with meeting somebody in a month or 2 months or 3 months and decide to get married or get engaged in a couple months. I say 3 months is cool to get to know somebody and to know that if you want to marry them or not. If you see they everything you wanted, you gotta look long term. You can't look short term. You gotta look at, this person gonna be with me when I don't have a job? Is this person gonna be with me when I'm sick? Is this person gonna be with me through hard times? And you have to really sit down and talk and see what their qualities are. And some people might just accept somebody because they really like them, because they're really attracted to them. And sometimes people just this accept them when their qualities don't match up for their qualities. You might want to get married, and that person may not want to get married so soon. They might be like, I want to finish high school, if you're 18, or just school in general. Or they want to go to a different college. And it's that person, if somebody want to go to a different college, out of the city, out of the state, and they only think about themselves, but yet they say they want to get married, yeah, they saying they want to get married when their time is right to get married. You got to understand, because a lot of people is not going to tell you the truth. A lot of people is going to lead you on. A lot of people is not going to tell you straight up, hey, I want to sleep around. Hey, I want to live my life before I get married. Then I get married later. And then it come to find out they never going to get married. I was watching a show on YouTube. I think it's called Stalkers or something. It might be on Netflix. But this one girl was having a one-night stand with this guy. She had a one-night stand with him. And it's a couple months later she met this next guy and married him. Because I guess he might have had money. He might have had a lot of stuff going for him, and she saw beneficials, and she wanted to be with him. And it's the dude was stalking her, because he wanted her. He said we had good times, so he ended up killing her because of that. And it's that's just an example of what I'm talking about. You have to be careful, who you talking to, and make sure y'all on the same page. Cause it's not wrong to get married in 5 months or 4 months. It's nothing wrong with that. People got their own opinion. Some people might say that's bad. That's not enough time. Some people might say that's good. Some people say that's cool. Some people might tell you, oh, just do you. And it's really up to you. And what you want to do is really up to you and your partner what y'all want to do. I mean, if you're going by the scriptures, it'd be best to get married as soon as y'all can, or don't move in with each other, because sex gonna come involved. Y'all gonna want to touch and kiss each other. Kissing each other is cool, but like, you gotta be careful with kissing, because kissing can lead to sex. So I know if you're a person that not religious or don't really care, then you'll probably have sex really quick. And that could ruin the person wanting to marry you. It could ruin like your honeymoon. Some people it may will, some people it don't. But yeah, just make sure whoever you talking to on the same page if you want to get married. If that guy truly love you and truly want to be with you, he should have been married with you, or put a ring on your finger by now, or soon. Same thing with the woman. If she really want to be with you, and it's like y'all want to be together as one person, she should go ahead and marry you, and to be together. I mean, like, depending on your race or your culture or your religion, it's best to get married. You following one of the Ten Commandments, when you get married. And, basically y'all both have to be on the same page. Both have to talk it out. You got to be on your stuff. You can't be like, you will find people that's 25, 30, 35 years old, 40 years old, and still not on their game. They still playing around. They still ain't serious. It's still joking. It's not about the color of somebody. It's the person. It's not about the culture of somebody. It's the person. So just don't look at the looks a lot. Look at the person heart. Looks, I mean, the where like they don't gotta look, sexy or fine or cute. Stop looking at like looks like body wise, or like how their shape is, or what their bank account looking like. Because a lot of people want stability. A lot of people want somebody that they can be stable with, and a lot of people want somebody that has something going with themselves. But then because he has something going for himself, it doesn't describe a person's heart at all. So you basically want to test a person, look inside their heart, and see where they at. And then if y'all on the same page to get married, just get married. Stop waiting. If a guy waiting so long to marry you, he obviously don't want to marry you. If you've been waiting for 8 years and you wanted to get married way before 2 years came or 3 years came, and you still ain't married, obviously he don't want to marry you. Obviously he's still trying to be single. Obviously he got somebody in mind. Obviously he still want to, he probably don't believe it or don't even care about it. He might think marriage is pointless. I mean, marriage could be pointless to those people that's not, religious and not following God's rules. I mean, it will be pointless. But a lot of cultures, you have to get married. They look for to get married. They like that type of commitment, because it's a much deeper commitment. You can't really walk away from it. I mean, you can walk away from it, but it's harder. It's like a bigger commitment. In a relationship, it's easy to say, I'm done with you, I ain't talking to you no more. When people marry, they have business, have bank accounts together. They have a lot of stuff that's tied in, and they gotta hire lawyers and stuff. When you have a boyfriend and girlfriend, it's easy, like, I don't want you no more. I'm not feeling you no more. I found somebody else, and it's easier. And a lot of people like it that way, so they can just get up and go. But it's really ties to that too, because you might be dealing with somebody that's crazy. You might be dealing with somebody that's suicidal. You might be dealing with somebody that's stalking you. And that could cost you your life, or cost you that person life, to go to jail, or like having like restraints on them where they can't come so many yards to you or your house, you know, it can lead a lot of deadly things. So like, you don't want to play with people's heart. You know, tell them something they want to hear just for you to get in the bed with them and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be like, man, was it worth it, man? Look at all the stuff I've been through with you. I'm stressed out. I'm broke because of you. You know, I'm hurt because of you. You know, you made me cheat and stuff like that. So it's best to like go ahead and tie the knot. You know, girls is like wanting that marriage. You know, they looking for you to get on your knees. As far as men, they looking for that. They looking to feel joyful. They want to feel loved. They want to feel special. And you know, when a certain type of guy or a person, you know, comes and destroy it, you know, it can ruin your life. Like a bad engagement can ruin you being engaged again. A bad marriage will make you like don't want to get married anymore. So don't look at the past, and don't look at what you've been through and what other people been through, or people not lasting long in marriages. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you have. You might have 10 times greater things than them. You know, stop focusing on because you've been engaged when it didn't work out. You've been married and it didn't work out, because that person wasn't meant for you. They weren't meant to stay around. You know, you slipped on a couple things. You didn't really look deep into, you know, y'all connection. You didn't keep up maintenance. In a couple of my videos, I talk about maintenance. You know, you need maintenance on relationship. You stop doing maintenance on your relationship, rather if you're married, it's going to be harder to maintain. It's going to be harder to come back together. It's going to be harder for those things like arguments, not saying how your day going, you know, rubbing your feet, rubbing the person's feet, you know, cooking dinner for them, taking them out for a nice, beautiful walk, vacation, or movie. You have to keep up maintenance on that person, because a person that's committed to you and really in love with you, they want to be happy. They want to feel like you involved with them. They want to feel like you love them. They want that confidence. Because otherwise, it's going to turn to looking at this person wanting to cheat and stuff like that. And you really got to fulfill each other fully needs. Like doing something that person like doing. You know, you have to like agree with it. And like, if a person likes something, you kind of almost have to submit to it. Because, you know, a wife has to submit to her husband, you know, the Bible says. But there must a few things and tips, you know, you should look out for a person. And, you know, it's a good thing to get married, because it's a good thing to have a partner. Because it could be good to have a partner, because the financial things may be good. Because you're depressed, you might need somebody. You need somebody to always be there for you. So that's what I want to talk about. But until then, guys, I see you guys next video.